Hey guys, Joe Warner coming in here with another battle replay. We have Rome 2 here with a 3v3 siege. We have the three defending armies here are Rome, Pontus, and Saba. Three attacking armies are Arverni, Iceni, and Egypt. Let's get into the army comps real quick. Actually, I'll put this onto slow motion here just to start getting things moving. The three armies, so the Roman army, who's actually being commanded by Ascent, he's the guy who sent the battle replay in. Ascent has brought with him 8 units of Legionary Cohort, 4 units of Hastati, 3 units of Syrian Archers, 1 Slinger, 1 unit of Auxiliary Cavalry, and his general is a normal General's Bodyguard. His ally here, Saba, has brought with him 4 units of Sabaean Swords. He's being commanded by Silent Fart, He's got 4 units of Sabaean Swords, 5 units of Noble Swords, one of them being his general, a unit of the Marib Royal Guard, 1 unit of Desert Levy, 1 unit of Arabian Cavalry, 4 units of Slingers, and 1 Onager. And final defender here is Pontus, being commanded by Deviantic D. He has brought with him 6 units of Pontic Swords, one of them being his general, 3 units of the Mercenary Celtic Swords, 2 units of Naked Swords, 2 units of Pikes, 2 Thurio Spears, 4 units of Eastern Archers, and 1 Cappadocian Cavalry. Then we get out to the... Actually, we have a little bit of a charge coming out over here. I will get to the army comp. Let's just do a little fast forward here. They're going to come out. The Cappadocian Cavalry is going to come out here and get into some of the Arverni Gallic hunters here. So well done there. I guess the hunters were trying to take out the ballista here up on the wall. So let's get this back into slow motion. We do have some of the Iceni forces now moving out. Iceni is being commanded by Usambi. He has brought with him 4 units of Chosen Swordband, 2 units of regular Swordband, 2 painted ones, 2 units of Levi Freeman, 2 Chosen Spears, 2 Slingers, 2 units of Skirmishers, and his general is a Heroic Noble. So this cavalry is actually doing a very good job here on this unit of Gallic Hunters. They're going to break them. Okay, well done there. Getting to Iceni's ally here, we have Arverni. Arverni is being commanded by Billy Blaze 128. He has brought with him 5 units of Chosen Swords, 3 Celtic Warriors, 2 units of Spear Warriors, 2 Oathsworn, one of them being his general, 4 units of Gallic Hunters, 1 unit of Heavy Horse, and a Ballista. And the final attacking army over here, we have Egypt, who's being commanded by Silver Locker. He has 4 units of Thorax Swords, 7 units of the Carian Axemen, one of them being his general, 2 units of Galatian Royal Guard, 3 Slingers, 1 unit of Cretan Archers, and 2 units of the Camel Spearmen. So let's get into over here, back into the combat. Arverni has thrown his cavalry over in the direction over here. They're trying to catch up to the Cappadocian Cavalry. Towers are moving up here. We have Chosen Swordband, actually 2nd unit of Chosen Swordband there on a ladder. Painted Ones coming up on some of the towers, and the Swordband following up the final towers here. Unit of the Chosen Swordband and Heroic Nobles here in the woods. Cappadocian Cavalry now continuing on, moving down, going to get into the Celtic Giant Ballista over here. Good charge in onto them. Oh, this could have been a big target here for the Cappadocian Cavalry, but they're not going to be able to get out of here, actually. They're just going to turn around, crash right into the rear, counter charge into the Heavy Horse charge that was coming in by Arverni. But with this huge amount of archers here, they're going to be able to just get some really good shots in onto this Cappadocian Cavalry unit. I don't think they're going to live very long. Let's just take a look real quick, see how their numbers are doing. Yeah, their numbers are dropping, and we do see the 2 units of the Camel Spearmen here from Egypt making their way over here as well. Up on the walls, we already have 2 units of the Galatian Royal Guard coming in here against Saba. Saba is moving some of his swordsmen around. He's got the Desert Levy here. He's actually got a pretty good, formidable defense over here. He's got 2 units of Noble Swordsmen here, backed up by 2 units of Slingers, so that should be a huge problem. Those Slingers, I am assuming, are going to get a gigantic amount of shots in onto any units come up onto this wall here for Egypt. Egypt has brought with him 2 units of the Heavy Galley as well, 2 Heavy Galley with him as well, I should say. More of the Arverni army has shown up over there. And yes, the Cappadocian Cavalry has been routed off of the battlefield. Let's see what's going on over here. So the ladder that's being brought up here by Iceni is actually taking some really serious damage. It's already on fire. It's starting to smoke already. We do have a unit of the Painted Ones up onto the walls, making their way into the settlement. This ladder has now been destroyed. Real quick, I do see this Roman Auxiliary Cavalry over here, and I see another flag way back over there. This is the unit of the Arabian Cavalry here from Saba. So Saba and Rome have thrown their cavalry forces out into the woods. This unit of Chosen Swordband is just getting hammered down here by this Eastern Ballista. We do have the Chosen Swordband here that was up on this tower making their way up onto the wall. Unit of Painted Ones here. Levy Freeman backing them up. A unit of Levy Freeman making their way back over towards the towards his side of the attack, I should say. And yeah, Camel Spearmen are just coming back from finishing off the rest of that Cappadocian cavalry. Not sure where the Arverni cavalry went to. They must maybe duck themselves into the woods somewhere. Let's see how well the attack is going on over here. Yeah, just what I thought. The Galatian Royal Guard getting absolutely shredded here by the Archer Tower and these two units of Slingers. So well done over here by Silent Fart holding up this unit of Galatian Royal Guard, which is a very, very tough unit, very expensive unit. Rome is actually sending over a unit of his legionary cohort here to hold off against some of these Thorax swordsmen. Another unit of Thorax swordsmen making their way up. Two more units of Thorax swordsmen making their way up closer to the walls. Egypt is starting to bring all of his slingers and his archers back over to his main front. Some of the units of the Carian Axemen now making their way out of the woods. Arverni pushing his towers and ladder up onto the wall. We do see Rome putting some of his Stati up onto the wall here as well. He's got two more units of his Stati down here. He's got three of his cohorts here, two of his units of auxiliary slingers over here as well. Let's see how well the Iceni attack is going. We do have a unit already starting to waver as they're getting hammered down here by two of these units of the Eastern Archers. So this unit of Chosen Swordband is not faring very well as they are still up on the wall, which is giving the Archers a really great opportunity to fire up basically over the top of their men and are just absolutely obliterating this unit of the Chosen Swordband. Pontus Swordman did pull back now that unit of Chosen Swordband has broken. So another unit of Chosen Swordband look like they are going to be making their way up into the settlement. Do have some more of the Iceni forces now starting to show themselves. A couple more of the Slingers now making their way out. Spearband making their way out. A unit of the Skirmishers have also emerged from the woods. Pontus over here taking on a unit of Swordband. Ooh, actually, Arverni is actually starting to take some shots in onto this wall. It's already up to 52%. That could be a big advantage for them. They could have, a lot of towers up over here, and they could have a breach point. That could work out very well for them. I did see some red lines over here. We see a couple of units of the auxiliary archers now moving their way over to this wall. All of the slingers up here close to the wall, which, my personal opinion, slingers aren't, they can still fire up over the wall. So I guess they do have their place. I personally prefer to bring archers with me if I am sieging, if I'm the attacker in the siege. Just gonna throw that out there. The Roman cavalry has moved over into this patch of woods here. Let's check and see what the Saba cavalry is doing. He's just sitting back over there. Shoot back in over here. Actually, let's just zoom in and get some of the combat going on here. Painted Ones here do not seem to be faring very well against the Pontic Swordsmen. Not at all, yeah. Ooh, big shot there. What was that? That was a unit of the Pontic Swordsmen up on that wall. Half of that unit just got annihilated. And here comes some Chosen Spearband coming up for Iceni, bum rushing into this breach point. We have the Arverni archers now making their way up, getting some shots in onto some of the Hastati. Another unit of Hastati pulling back. Let's see exactly where these archers are firing. They are trying to catch up to the Eastern Archers as the Eastern Archers are pulling back. So good mindset there on Pontus to pull these archers out of the way before they take too many losses. We have a unit of Thurio Spears moving up over here. Chosen Swordband surrounded. Pontic Swordsmen are going to be taking them all along with the tower here as well, getting some really good shots in onto the Chosen Swordsman back. Levy Freeman have made it up onto the walls, but they're in for a fight. They have two units of the Celtic Warriors here and a unit of Pontic Swordsmen here. That's not going to go very well for them. Chosen Swordband here for Iceni making their way up onto the wall. See how this breach point is going. One of the units of the Mercenary Celtic Warriors here for Pontus has now broken. We have a unit of Chosen Swordsmen for Arverni making their way over here. So we have a big fight coming on here in this breach point. Well done by Iceni and Arverni to immediately attack this area. Let's see how Egypt is doing. Egypt is actually doing rather well. He's got a lot of his melee infantry in here I wouldn't say. Well, actually, he's got his archers over. One of his units, his archers over here, firing up onto some of the slingers here. But the slingers having the wall as a added to their defense. This unit of the archers are going to have to pull out of there. They would end up getting absolutely wrecked. So pretty well over here for Egypt. His push is. I mean, he's got a lot. Like I said, he's got a lot of units in here. He's starting to neutralize the gate, which will definitely help him out. His units will not be getting shot from behind by the archer tower, but still, the placement of the Saba slingers over here getting absolutely fantastic fire into the backs of some of these Carian axemen here. This Carian axeman unit taking some losses. We do have an axeman unit here that has already routed. This unit is down to 19 men so far. Saba pushing in more of his swordsmen here. The auxiliary Syrian archers have now come down from the hill from Rome, getting some fantastic fire into more of the Egyptian forces. So Egypt just has a bad way over here. He's getting hit by ranged from both sides. He has neutralized the gate, so the towers are no longer firing on him, which is a good sign. Now he's starting to bring up 3 of his slingers up. He still has his Cretan archers up near the wall. His camel spearmen just waiting for an opportunity to come in. Let's check this breach point out again. There was some action going on over here. Celtic Warriors now taking on a unit of Hastati. Celtic Warriors are going to win that combat, it seems. Chosen Swordband and this unit of Chosen Swordsmen from Arverni doing rather well, making a bit of a dent. There are 2 units of Pontic Swordsmen here holding this breach point. The new tower here has been neutralized. Let's see what's going on over here. So combat on this side has pretty much been halted up by Pontus, doing a very good job here stopping Iceni. Iceni has one final unit of Chosen Swordband here, but they are surrounded essentially. They're getting shot at by the archers. Pila volleys here coming in from Thurio spears. So this unit of the Chosen Swordband will more than likely be routed off of the battlefield. We have some of the Briton slingers now getting a little bit closer up to the wall. We have the Iceni general right up in the front here. So well placed here. He's got his general's up here. He's going to be able to give added morale bonus to his units that are attacking in. Plus they also do have a general here to be able to give any sort of general bonuses that are needed. We had a little lag spike there. Not really sure why there's such a big lag spike there. Eastern archers here getting some really good fire into the Arverni units that are stuck up on the walls here. Did see the Roman cavalry. Yeah, I did see the Roman cavalry. They have made their way out of the woods. They are going to be charging straight over into these units of slingers. As you can see, clear as day, these slingers are left wide open here. Heroic nobles are pulling away. 2 of the units of the skirmishers are pulling away actually from the slingers here, but these slingers are about to have a really bad day. Let's get in onto this cavalry here. We'll just follow them straight in. They should be getting ready to get into their charge here and start picking up speed. They're going to come in. Slingers are actually going to charge into the cavalry, which I don't know how good of an idea that was. Thankfully, the Iceni player did notice that the cavalry was coming over here. He's going to pull his unit of heroic nobles back. They did get a okay volley in. They killed 4 men on that Pila volley. This unit of slingers are wavering. They have not retreated yet. Let's keep an eye and see what this cavalry is going to do. Actually, well done here by Pontus, bringing his archers up. He's going to get some fantastic fire onto this unit of heroic nobles. Didn't lose anybody yet, but they are still getting fired upon, so they're going to lose some of their armor. Roman cavalry taking the opportunity here. They're just going to come right back in and charge into the rear of this unit of heroic nobles. Big charge there. Nobody lost on the charge, but they did knock down some of them. Cavalry's just going to pull right back out again. And let's see, is he going to take this opportunity here? Yes, he's going to whip right around, get back into this slinger unit that's already been damaged, crush right into the side of them, just continue on, hit into that unit of Briton slingers as well. So good job there with the cavalry. Saba has pretty much held over here. That was actually very quick, but with the amount of ranged cover that was over here, it was not entirely surprising that Saba was going to be able to hold. He had his 2 slingers over here, the tower here, and the 2 units from Rome, the auxiliary Syrian archers over here, giving him a hand. So well done by Rome coming over here and giving Saba a hand, but Saba pretty much had this situation under control. We do see the remaining forces here of the Egyptian army making their way over towards where their allies have lined up. So it seems that the allies, these 3 armies are going to try their best to try and get into this breach point, maybe use some of the towers. Again, well done by the auxiliary cavalry, I should say. They ended up trailing this unit of the Arverni horse over. Again, Pontus archers getting some really good fire in onto the archers. Now getting some shots down onto these heroic noble units again, starting to harass them again. Arverni's sending up another unit of his Oathsworn here now. Now this is a very tough unit. They have a headhunt ability, which just makes their attack absolutely insane for a brief period of time. Pontus archers still getting some fantastic fire down onto these heroic nobles. Really no response from Iceni here. He does have some slingers here, but they are just getting fired at. Actually, slingers have their swords out. All of these slingers have their swords out. They do. All of these slingers are out of ammunition. Are these ones out of ammunition too? Yes, they are. So all of the Briton skirmishers and slingers are out of ammunition. Maybe this unit still has ammunition. Nope, they have their swords out as well. So Iceni has depleted all of their ranged abilities. Actually, we have some fire coming from... the Saba Onager getting some shots off onto these blobbed up units here from the Iceni army. Getting some good shots in, starting to waver one of the units of the Camel Spearmen here. It did get a couple of shots in onto that spear unit as well, some of the slingers. So there was some death here. Look at all the camels laying on the floor here from those Onager shots. And again, Rome brought his auxiliary cav back out here again, just probably waiting for an opportunity. Now we have Flame Shot coming in here from the Onager from Saba. A couple of the units of the Chosen Spear Band here started to break. They're actually wavering. Now they're starting to rout. Big shots again still coming in on this breach point, as it seems that this is the only place that the attackers are going to try and push forward through. We do have the Arabian cavalry, who had made his way all the way around the back of the settlement. He is now sitting over here in the woods. I do not believe they are hidden, though. They are not. So we do have a unit of the Camel Spearmen starting to make their way back over here, and the Arabian cavalry is going to immediately pull back because the Camel Spearmen are pretty nasty. We do have the Egyptian Carrion Axeman general still way back over there. So this seems like this is where the beginning parts of this push into the settlement, like I said, is going to take place. Do have a unit of skirmishers making their way up onto the tower over here. I don't know why. I don't know why they would be coming up over here, as there are two units of legionary cohort right here. Whoa! Did you see that guy go flying down the wall there? That was crazy. Yeah, this unit of skirmishers is just going to get obliterated, just absolutely murdered by these legionary cohort over there. But still, the Iceni, Arverni, and Egypt pushing. Actually, we have the Iceni general up in the mix here now. He is in his shield wall, trying to push in onto one of the units of Pontic Swordsmen. Pontic Swordsmen, actually both of these units not doing very well at all. Their morale is dropping quickly. Both rather depleted units. We have a unit of the Mercenary Naked Swords now making their way up into combat. They have activated their Frenzy ability. Pontus does still have all of his archers right here, pushing up a unit of his Thurios Spears as well. Let's see what's out here. Oh, actually, the Arabian cavalry did make a beeline. I guess he pulled across. I'm sorry, I missed it. He pulled across. He's gotten into one of the units of the Gallic Hunters here now. Maybe did a little bit of damage onto these Spear Warriors. Spear Warriors now have activated their Cavalry Counter Tactics ability. They're going to come in and finish off the Arabian cavalry there. So pretty slick move there by the Saba cavalry. I don't know exactly how much he killed, but he has been responsible for one of the units of the Gallic Hunters routing off of the battlefield. So good job there. Camel Spearmen here are now getting shot down by the slingers up on the wall here by Saba. So a lot of these forces that are here for Arverni and Iceni, and even some Egyptian units, are probably going to take substantial damage. Actually, Oathsworn General over here, he has not taken any losses yet. This unit of Spear Warriors taking shots. Briton Slingers getting close up to the walls. Looks like they're going to try and fire up over the walls into... I'm not sure. Maybe they're trying to fire into the Marib Royal Guard, which have already lost 17 men. Oh, Pontus has thrown in some of his archers here as well now, so I guess these archers are all out of ammunition. We do have some more infantry coming up. A unit of the Eastern Archers coming in depleted with 0 ammo left. Another unit of the Pontic Swordsmen, and the final unit of Eastern Archers making their way up here as well. So Iceni Arverni and Egypt making a really good push up through this breach point. They have lost a lot of men trying to make their way up in here from the Onager. The Onager from Saba did a decent amount of damage down over here. So let's just zoom in here again. We'll get some more of the fighting going on. More Iceni and Arverni just pushing further into this breach point, trying desperately to break these archers and the remaining Pontic swordsmen that are over here. More archer fire coming in, slinger fire coming in, maybe some javelins being thrown. Yeah, javelins being thrown here by this unit of the Kartli Axemen. Check and see if maybe we can get some kills on some people. Oh, artillery fire now coming in again. Saba, yep, Onager is still firing, starting to fire again here for the Saba, from Silent Fart, I should say. I mean, I don't blame him. He's got a huge blob of all of the attacking armies right here. He's actually got 3 generals within his range to fire down upon. Oswan have lost 6. The Karian Axemen here for Egypt have lost 5. And where is the Iceni? Iceni Heroic Noble General down to 83 men, but yes, Silent Fart doing fantastic here with his Onager, getting really good fire in onto these Heroic Nobles. Chosen Spear Band, Britain Slingers, Heroic Nobles again. But it does seem that they were able to brute force their way or muscle their way through into this breach point. We do have one final unit of Thurios Spears over here, taking on a unit of Osworn here, the Heroic Noble General taking on this final unit of the Pontic Swordsmen. So they have broken through over here. Now they will be able to start moving some of their forces around. But Rome still does have a lot of units back over here. He's got a lot of his cohort still. He's got his archers, at least 2 units of his 1 unit of slingers, 1 unit of archers back here. Another unit, actually, okay, all of his range just still back over here. Pontus does not have any more range left. I do believe that Saba still has his slingers. He's got 1 slinger here, 1 slinger there. I do not see his the other 2 slinger units are right here. So this center victory point here is still very, very, very defensible. Onager is starting to move down this road here. Not sure why that's going on. I probably would have left it right here and just continued firing. I mean, this is all enemies right here. Just leave the auto fire on. I would have just left the auto fire on. I mean, AI is bad shot, but it's not that bad a shot. It would have hit something. And this, let's see, the ballista back here still has a shot, but nothing really to shoot at, as there are no more defenders over here. So some Britain Slingers moving their way up over here. Looks like they're going to try and capture this tower, but there is a unit of Desert Levy making their way back over here. Slingers have halted for a moment. They're going to turn back, or actually, nope, they're going to turn back, go back over here to try to maybe at least try and neutralize this tower, but I don't think that Slinger unit's going to last very long. I guess the Onager is out of ammunition as the crew has abandoned the Onagers themselves. They are pulling back. And yes, the final unit of the Pontus Eastern Archers that were over here defending are now breaking and have routed off of the battlefield. Heavy horse cavalry still out here. So all of the attackers, whatever the attackers have left, which really isn't very much, I think maybe they should have spread out their attack a little bit more than just trying to push their way through this one breach point. They probably should have maybe utilized the towers a little bit more. We do have a unit of Osworn now coming over here to take on the Desert Levy. That should be an absolute win for the Osworn. And maybe the Osworn will come over and recapture this tower. Saba does still, like I said, still has his noble swordsmen over here. They have not... They've seen a little bit of combat, probably some archer fire, but they are just still holding strong there. Pretty formidable defense here on this first road. Bronze Shield Pikemen with a unit of the Pontic swordsmen. Actually, the Pontus General is up here. Another unit of Bronze Shield Pikemen back there. What is up over here? We have some of the Legionary cohort. Now, for those that may not know this settlement, there is this way to come up. So you can come up through this road over here. And there's a little sneak that you can do. You can obviously come up this road here. But this is passable. You can use this path to bring a unit up around over here. So just a little bit of I guess a little bit of advice is try and throw up some units up over here, and if the defenders bite on it and they charge out, you can bring a unit up and maybe get into any, say there's archers here, or you can just bring them up and bum rush into the back of the defenders here to try and break those lines, which will allow you to bring whatever units that you had brought up the hill in, so you'll have a larger force. So yeah, take that little tidbit of advice, do whatever you'd like with it. Listen to it, don't listen to it, that's fine. Just want to throw this out here as we have actually nope, battle is going to start right away again. Icini's charging in a unit of his heroic nobles here, depleted unit of heroic nobles, and against two brand new units of legionary cohort. Do have the Iceni general making his way up, another unit of heroic nobles. So 3 units of heroic nobles coming up here to try and take on these legionary cohorts. This front unit here is, his morale has definitely dropped. He is exhausted. The general himself is exhausted. The heroic nobles are exhausted. So yeah, I don't think that's really going to work out very well for the Iceni. I mean, he does have 3 very tough units up here, but they are depleted and they are exhausted. So that's not going to work out very well. This unit is now just, yeah, they're going to break very soon. Actually, Pontus is moving over a unit of his Bronze Shield pikemen to back up the cohort over here, which is actually a pretty okay move, but we do have these skirmishers here that are getting some good shots in. Pikemen have not lost any men yet, but their armor is starting to drop. Rome is starting to move over his 2 units. Here he's got a unit of depleted Hastati and a unit of depleted legionary cohort moving over here, but his auxiliary Syrian archers are going to have a fantastic opportunity here to get a lot of shots in. The general here, the heroic noble unit, one of the heroic noble units is already broken. Let's see what exactly they are firing. Looks like they are firing straight into the heroic noble general, which makes complete sense. I would do the same thing if you're going to throw your general up that fast into combat. And I have archers or range nearby. I'll take shots on them too. I don't think there's a person that wouldn't do that. So here we go. Arverni is using what I was just talking about. They're using this little tactic. They're going to bring a unit of their spear warriors up this tiny road right around over here. Maybe try and place them up over here. I'm pretty sure they have Pila capabilities, so I might try and just sit them up here to get some Pila shots in onto these Hastati, or maybe some of the shots into the backs of these legionary cohorts who are doing an absolutely fantastic job holding the lines over here, breaking a unit of the Britain Slingers. Heroic Nobles here. Heroic Noble General now down to 34 men. This unit of Britain Slingers over there. I'm sorry, that is a unit of, I think this is just regular sword. Oh, there's Karian Axemen here for Egypt. Flags are just, yeah, the flags are messing me up. I just keep seeing blue. The light blue difference, you know, obviously there's different symbols, but it's just kind of messing me up a little bit. So the Spear Warriors are making their way up. I guess they're going to try and make their way around. He could try and bring them up here and then maybe file them in onto the wall, but that's not really going to make actually very much of a difference because Pontus Bronze Shield pikemen are making their way over. Let's see what's going on over here. So the Pontic Swordsman General has charged down to take on this depleted unit of Chosen Swordsmen. We have a unit of Spear Warriors tossing their Pila into the Pontus General. They're going to charge into combat. Let's see, is Pontus going to retreat? Yes, Pontus is going to retreat his general back up. Maybe he's going to activate the ability here for these flame balls. Let's see. Yes, he did, and it's actually doing a little bit. Good job there. Actually, he took one shot to his guys, but a lot of these Spear Warriors just got murdered. Look at all those flaming bodies right there. They just got murdered there. But Egypt is now moving up some of his Rhodian Slingers up over here. They should be able to get some good shots in, depending on how much ammunition they still have. They should be able to get some good shots in onto these pikemen. Actually, pikemen numbers are starting to drop here. Unit of the Hastati are starting to break here. Spear Warriors are losing. Oh, who was the? Oh, that's a unit of the Rhodian Slingers moving their way back down the hill. So yeah, really no attack coming on from over on this side. So it does seem that the attackers are using these 3 ways to get up into the settlement here, into the victory point, I should say. Unit of the Spear Warriors are wavering here. Like I said, the Hastati are already wavering. Mercenary Cretan archers that were in combat here are wavering as well. Spear Warriors have corrected themselves, so they have gotten their morale back up a little bit, at least to be out of the wavering phase. Syrian archers here again, though, just getting some really good shots down onto the spear warriors. Pontus General is going to charge down again into another depleted unit. Actually, pikes are now going to move up as well. Probably going to come over here and just give a hand. It seems that Rome is going to be successful in holding the line over here. Second unit of Bronze Shield Pikemen are just pulling back. Maybe they're going to fill in the gap over here since this initial Bronze Shield Pikemen, unit pushed down. Spear Warriors were not able to survive. We got 46 seconds left. There you go. That's the battle. Successful defense. Overwhelmingly successful defense here for the defenders. We do still have the Arverni general. One of the Iceni generals are still alive. So 2 generals are going to make it off of the battlefield. Maybe they're going back. They'll go back and try and reform some more armies to come back and try and attack this settlement again. But yeah, 19 seconds left in the replay. I'm going to say it's obvious it's a successful defense here. And it was a pretty good replay. There was a couple of things there, though, with the trying to just muscle their way through this one breach point. I don't really know how well. I mean, you can see all the bodies here. That really didn't work out very well for them as far as the attackers. I think they should have spread out their attack a little bit further using some of the towers here. It's just my personal opinion, like I said. Just my thoughts on it. Let's get into the army breakdowns here. We will go over the defenders first. We have Silent Fart here with Saba. Saba General, 0 kills. His Onager, 350 kills. So very well done with his Onager. His Arabian Cavalry, 162. Getting into his Slingers, 68, 235 with this unit. 121 and 6. The Desert Levy with 48. His Marib Royal Guard, 48 kills. Getting into his Noble Swords, 138 and 79. Sabaean Swordsman, 55, 186, 43, and 165. So pretty well done there by Silent Fart with Saba. Deviantic D here with Pontus, his general, 52 kills. Cappadocian Cavalry, 101 kills. And they were actually responsible for a lot of other kills too. So well done by his cavalry unit. That was the Roman cavalry. But Cappadocian did get some good charges in. He hit some of the archers, and he tried to do his best to take out the Iverni catapult that was back over there. Getting into the Eastern Archers, 79, 104, 120, and 118. His Pikes, 5 and 2. Mercenary Celtic Warriors, 236, 201, 107, 113, and 82 here for these 2 units of Naked Warriors. Naked Swords, I should say. More Pontic Swordsmen, 166, 252, 181, 232, 223. Wow. Very well done with these 5 units of Pontic Swordsmen. Sturio Spears, 96 and 71. Finally, we have Rome here with Ascent. His general didn't even see combat. His is the cavalry that was causing a lot of the problems, getting some good charges in onto the Slingers and causing a lot of other units to get shot down by Deviantic D's Pontus archers there. So his cavalry, 124. His unit of Slingers, 12. His Syrian archers, 125, 142, and 135. So well done by his archers. Hastati, 113, 160, 112, and 98. Again, very well done with his Hastati. And getting into his Legionnaire cohort, we have 207, 48, 189, 106, 114, 92, and these 2 units didn't even see combat. This unit barely saw any combat. 92 kills, barely lost anybody. Getting into the attackers here, we have Arverni. Arverni being commanded by Billy Blaze, 128. His Oathsworn General, 112 kills. His Ballista, 17 kills. His Heavy Horse, 54. Getting into his Archers here, 36, 37, 0, and 21. Celtic Warriors, 41, 38, 150. Getting into Chosen Swordband, actually 305, 112, 41, 89, 99, 400 kills with this unit of Oathsworn. And his Spear Warriors, 63 and 26. Usambe here with Iceni. Iceni General, 140 kills. The Skirmishers, 29 and 1. And the Slingers, 8 and 93. So some doing okay, some not doing so well. Chosen Spear Band here, 83 and 52. His Chosen Sword Band, 32, 460, 39. Heroic Nobles, 114, 128. Levy Freeman, 6 and 18. Painted Ones, 37, 34. And his Sword Band, 13 and 65. And getting into Egypt here with Silver Locker. Carrying Axeman Generals, 26 kills. Camel Spearmen, 27 and 19. Mercenary Cretan Archers, 188 there. Slingers with 57, 143, and 50. Galatian Royal Guard, 21 and 93. Carrying Axeman 59, 72, 41, 16, 19, and 12. And finishing off here with his 4 units of Thorax Swordsman, 71, 104, 109, and 120. So, good battle. There was some questionable tactics, in my opinion, questionable tactics here and there by the attackers, but, you know, you can't always win every battle, and with every battle, there's a lesson learned, hopefully. So, I hope you guys enjoy the content for today. Please feel free to like and comment on the video, and, you know, if you want to, subscribe to the channel too. That'd be cool. Alright, guys, I'll talk to you soon.